That's hard on you. Yeah. Okay, good morning. I apologize for being a couple minutes late. Mrs. Werther, would you call the meeting to order?
I'll call the roll, sir.
No, call the roll.
Chairman Everett Roy.
I am present.
Board members Roland Barrera.
I think I'm here.
Sylvia Campos.
Yes, and in blue.
Eric Cantu is absent. Rudy Garza. Here. Paulette Guajardo.
Present.
Gil Hernandez.
Here.
Kaylin Paxson.
Here.
Mike Pesley.
Here. Here.
There he is. Okay, thank you. Mark Scott. James Sedgwick. Here. Carolyn Vaughn is absent. Okay, we do have a quorum present to conduct the meeting.
Thank you. Okay, would anybody like to make public comment? Do we have anybody here for public comment? Mrs. Werther, have you received any public comments?
No, sir.
Thank you. The next is, are there any corrections to the minutes? If there's none, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Next, we have TIRZ 3 financial report as of December 31st.
Sergio Villasan, Director of Finance and Procurement. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Included in your agenda packet are the unaudited financial statements as of December 31st, 2025. The financial statements consist of a balance sheet as well as the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes to fund balance. We also have a brief presentation that includes a comparison of budget versus actuals, listing of commitments, and a projection of funds available for commitments. So jumping into the presentation, the second slide here, it's just a friendly reminder that the city, the county, as well as Del Mar College all participate at 100% within this specific TIRZ. And this TIRZ does aim to foster economic development. This next slide is a snapshot of your statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes to fund balance. It's a fancy Gatsby way to say income statement as of December 31st, 2025. Jumping down to your total revenues, your first column is your amended budget. Total of $3.3 million of revenues was budgeted. Actuals as of December, a total of $1.3 million of revenues had been collected. This leaves about $2 million of revenues pending to collect, which should roll in here in January and February. Will be reflected in the next set of financials we'll provide. Next, we want to jump down to the total expenditures row. A total of $6.6 million was budgeted for the fiscal year. A total of $544,000 was spent as of December 31st. This leaves about $6 million of appropriations pending to be spent. And jumping to your last row, your ending fund balance. On a budget basis, we projected this specific fund end with a fund balance of about $5.3 million. And as of December, it had a fund balance of 9.3. This next slide is a forecast of funds available for commitments. And if we start with that first row with fiscal year 2026, your beginning fund balance there of $9.3 million, that's a carry forward from as of December 31st. And we basically just plug in your pending revenues to be collected, pending expenditures, forecasted expenditures to be spent. This gives us an estimated ending fund balance of $5.5 million. We bring that down to fiscal year 27 row for your beginning fund balance. And then next we keep our estimated annual revenue flat at $3.2 million. That's really conservative. That shows that's basically taking your taxable value with 0% growth. So there is definitely room for increase there, but we do keep it flat for just conservative presentation. So total of 3.2 revenues annually. We keep listed the future commitments as well as administration and other expenditures that we have existing agreements on. And then we also show a column for anticipated administration and other expenditures. And so let's jump to that last row, starting with fiscal year 2027. I'm sorry, your last column, which shows the funds available for commitments. We have starting in 2027, it shows about 3.3, and then that balance starting to decrease as commitments are being paid. And as we keep revenues flat, we expect that to decrease. And then we jump into a deficit in 2030. That is because we're not reflecting any additional resources coming in as the TIRZ expires in tax year 2028, which is fiscal year 2029, which is reflected there as our last time we're showing revenues until the TIRZ is either extended or renewed.
Oh, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to understand your accounting method here, because, so basically, I understand the conservative approach as far as leaving it flat. But when you take a look at, first of all, I believe probably it's practice that we're not going to wait to the last moment in terms of renewing the TIRZ, right?
Yes, sir.
However, when you look at 29 on, you're making the assumption, prior to that, did you keep all participants in place? Or did you scale that down to just the city and the county?
For 29, beyond 2029?
Well, even 28, 29,
Okay, so for 27 through 29, that's all participants.
all participants.
Right, at 100%.
And then basically, and because we have to renew the TIRZ, you took the most conservative approach and said, okay, if no one renews, then this is where we're at, worst
Right.
case scenario.
Yeah, in the past, we would include the revenue forecast, and I would put a little footnote on there saying, assuming the TIRZ is renewed. But it got a little complicated because I wasn't sure on, as far as how to project that forecast. Would it be 100% the first 5 years? Would it be 75% participation? Who is participating? So it got kind of hairy. So for me, the most conservative thing is like leave it zero until we get some more information.
And then, okay, I just wanted to make sure there's clarification. I'm sure there's people who have questions on that, and so I wanted to just kind of take a moment and go over that again. So,
Yes, sir.
thank you. Just a moment. Board Member Hernandez.
Thank you, Chairman Roy. Can you explain how you did the estimated revenue?
Yes, so the estimated revenue, we take the current so your 2025 tax year was fiscal year 2026. We have the increment increase for the existing zone. And so we take those taxable values times the existing tax rate, and that is the 3.2 million. So that excludes interest income, any delinquent payments. So it's straight out tax payment based on taxable values.
So when you say flat, I mean, what you did for TIRZ number 4, I believe, for North Beach, you had like a 1%.
Yes.
You're not doing that here?
I'm going to come back and do that. We had prepared these before, assuming a 0% growth, because we're revising the projections. So in the past, we used kind of just whatever was budgeted for the current year, we'd kept that flat, and that factoring the decrease in contribution. So every TIRZ is kind of a little different as far as the change in participation, and then as well as the timing of the length of those TIRZ. So the past couple of months, we revised our projections. So anyways, we'll come back and fix this projection to be consistent, showing a 1% taxable growth across all the TIRZ.
Okay, thank you.
Board Member Sedgwick.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. I just want to comment. I don't think it's right that we're showing these zero revenue years for 30th and 37. I've been on this board for 6 years. We've always had projected revenue going out there. I think we can footnote that adequately to describe your assumptions so that we know what the assumptions are. But I think to present this as a zero is very misleading to anyone who might be reviewing these financial statements, because I don't think that's a realistic presentation of what's going to happen within this TIRZ as we get out to those years.
And just to expound on that, I think that especially because we did this midstream, I think that's, again, I was a little troubled by when I looked at that information, because I do believe it's a little misleading. The other thing is we are accumulating several TIRZ within the city, and I think Board Member Hernandez brought up a good point. If we're going to leave one at 1%, and I think we need to at least try to track the methodology across the board the same way. So, thank you.
Yeah. The only concern I have there is on projections. We'll definitely have to detail the footnote because as far as participation, who would be participating beyond 2029, and then the percentage of contributions. So I can go in there and assume 100%, and then it kind of overinflates the number if it's not 100%. So, but we'll footnote that, and that's just sharing my concerns on why we went to zero. Is there's a lot of unknowns at this point, and so
that's standard throughout. When you look at, in terms of looking at the financials and looking at the way we forecast our TIRZ, that's just, I think that's understood. unfortunately, anything like interest rates and taxes, we can't assume what it's going to be like tomorrow. So, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Board Member Scott.
Full disclosure, I zoned out for a second. So I may ask the same question. So the TIRZ terminates in 29, is that what you're saying, 28?
In tax year 2028, which is fiscal year 2029.
Got it. And so because of that, you didn't put, and I get that, by the way. I actually think that's the right answer, because until it's renewed, it's not renewed. But what bothers me is that, are you telling me that we have allocated $2.761 million, or is that's a negative number, such that if the TIRZ does terminate, who's got to pay the 2.7?
So it would depend on the existing contracts. And so I'm not very familiar with all the contracts. I do know there's a couple of contracts that would be supported through general fund funding. Other contracts may have a appropriation language where if there's no appropriations or funding coming into the TIRZ, it would not be
Okay, that's, I thought about just now. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. It would be nice to get an answer in our next meeting or something. I just, I'm chuckling because I may have voted for it. But basically what we've done is to allocate funds that don't exist in future years. And that's, I hope we did that with full knowledge. That's what we're doing. If you know the answer, that's fine.
Thank you. Arlene Medrano, Executive Director, Downtown Management District. So there are two large projects that were awarded several years ago, maybe around 2023, with the knowledge that the award would be paid out beyond the date of the current TIRZ. And so assumptions were made, and if those contracts in particular said if the TIRZ didn't renew, then it's backstopped by the general fund.
Oh, really? So it's in the language that the city's general fund backstops it, not our partners, just the cities?
Correct. That was at least for two of the very large development projects. One was 45 million, the other one was about 50 million.
Could you tell me what those were?
Yes. I believe one of them was Hotel Indigo. And the other one, Homewood.
Did you say Indigo? I'm sorry.
Holiday Inn Express. There we go.
Holiday Inn Express and Indigo, the same, and they do a great job, and I think that Express is crazy successful, and it looks like they're under construction.
Yeah, they're making a lot of
It's
progress.
going to make a big difference down there. I just think it's questionable to allocate funds. But I hear what you're saying. So I didn't know you could actually, did I know you could actually tie up future councils' future council funds? Let me just dwell on it. Thank you. I hope it renews, and I think it's a good thing. And although I think using it for economic development is a great idea, I just wasn't aware. Thanks.
Board Member Pustle.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple of quick things. On the page 3 of the report, where it shows at the top the revenues generated by each of the taxing entities. Could we possibly, for our next meeting, have a report that shows the amount that each taxing entity has contributed to the TIRZ since its inception?
Yes, I can add a slide on that.
Okay, and then final question is, in your forecast here, have you plugged in the $2 million that the city and the county agreed to for the funding of the old courthouse demolition?
Not as of December 31st. That's not reflected in here.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. That's all I had.
Okay. Board Member Wajado.
Just a quick comment. If we can pull back the last slide you were on. There we go. Yeah, and I just want to state that I'm in agreement with Board Member Sedgwick regarding those years, 2030 and beyond, as zeros, because I think we actually have worked diligently, right, to get commitment from the county, and they have agreed to that. And then, of course, ours, I'm sure our renewal, Arlene, I'm not sure when it comes forth, but I think you're planning that here soon in the next few months. And so it's in a worst case scenario. I always say we have to look at the worst case scenario, right? That number is going to be well over 2 million in the worst case. I understand we don't have technically all of those. The balls are rolling, but they're not inked in. But I still think that the negative 2.7 is really not reflective of what's really going to be. And so I don't think that we're allocating. I mean, I get your point, Councilman Scott. It could happen. But this reflects something that I think, a situation that likely will not happen just because of the commitment and because of this board and in moving forward our renewal. So I would also like to see, again, to Jim's point, a footnote of some sort. Hey, worst case scenario, 2.5 million, best case 3.5 or whatever it may be.
What I'll do is add 100% participation from all entities and include that in my projections, footnote that, and we're moving forward.
And you could even say 5 years, because the county's, in for a solid 5 years, before it decreases. So anyway, just to help a realistic.
Yes, we'll do.
Thank you.
I'll adjust it.
Thank you. Okay.
Motion?
It's a financial report, there's no.
So going back to the presentation, sorry, I got a few more slides. I'll knock those out as quickly as possible. So we do have project-specific development projects ongoing. These will be reimbursed based on tax increment growth. So total 3.6 million is committed there. Targeted vacating property improvement commitments, a total of 1.5 million has been committed to this program. And commercial finish-out commitments, we have a total of 51,000 committed to this program. Downtown Living Initiative, a total of 3.5 million has been committed to this program. Streetscape and Safety Program, we have a total of 6.1 committed. Rooftop Activation has 2 million committed. Lastly, we have administrative services and other expenditures, and on average, that cost is about 2 million. It includes a variety of expenditures from administrative services to one-time special projects, right-of-ways, clean team assessment, bike patrol, park maintenance. And that concludes the presentation, and I'll stand by for any additional questions.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir, thank you.
And we'll go on to our next item, which is agenda item number 260236, a motion to approve a downtown development agreement with Paul Knowles for improvement to a property located at 520 Star Street.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Arlene Medrano, Executive Director of the Downtown Management District. The item before you is a motion to approve a downtown development agreement with Paul Knowles for improvements to the property located at 520 Star Street for a total incentive amount not to exceed $85,837, effective upon signature by the city manager or designee from the TIRZ number 3 Streetscape and Safety Improvement Program. And we have Mr. Knowles in the audience with us today. You want to wave, Mr. Knowles? Mr. Knowles, you want to wave? Okay, that's Mr. Knowles. Mr. Knowles acquired this building in 1994 and has utilized it as office space for his business. The building was constructed in 1932 and is located at the corner of Star and Lower Broadway. It's right across from the tunnel there on the bluff wall. And the building has a unique architectural design with some Spanish influence there, large windows, crown molding, and 3 interior levels, including a basement. The owner envisions a complete renovation to the exterior. The scope of work will include roof and stucco repair, a gated front entrance, security cameras and lighting, resurfacing and restriping of 9 parking spaces, and a new graded aluminum fence around the parking lot. The total project cost is $171,675, and to come out of the Streetscape and Safety Improvement Program incentive amount $85,837 with an estimated completion date of February 28, 2027, although we do anticipate the project ending within the current fiscal year. So this is Mr. Knowles. He's lived in Corpus Christi for 48 years since graduating from Bucknell University. He is a geologist in the oil and gas industry with a focus on infield exploration of the Frio Trend of South Texas. In 1986, he started his company, Anaqua Oil and Gas, which is now run by his son and him, and he has been officing out of this building since 1994, and he's very excited to improve the exterior and continue revitalization efforts of this entire downtown city block. A little history on the building. So in that picture, you can see in the background the building, and what's happening in the foreground is 135 Pearl Harbor Avenger NAS cadets being sworn in 1941. The Thomas J. Henry building was formerly a federal building during World War II. So this is from the Murphy Givens archive, and we were just very excited to have found this picture. The original family who owned it was the Donegan family, who were from Turkey and emigrated to the United States. They also were the family who built the Castle House there on Ocean Drive. And so the building itself has a very rich history for downtown and Corpus Christi. So this is the current exterior condition of the building and the parking lot. And these are project concept pictures. Again, the proposed incentive is $85,837, and I stand by for any questions.
I move for approval.
Second.
Okay. We have a, sorry?
Speaking for you.
We have a motion and a second.
Bad habit.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Great.
Oh, Mr. Presley, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, would you
And
like to vote, sir? Need to see you on camera.
vote
Okay, can we see you?
Aye.
Perfect, okay, thank you.
Arlene Medrano, Executive Director, Downtown Management District. The item before you is a motion to approve a downtown development agreement with Avesta LLC for improvements to the property located at 701 North Mesquite Street for a total incentive amount not to exceed $16,375, effective upon signature by the city manager from the TIRZ No. 3 Streetscape and Safety Improvement Program. We have the property owner with us today, and that is Mr. Adrian Tello. Back there, Mr. Adrian. The project site is at 701 North Mesquite Street. This property has been under the ownership of Avesta LLC since 2009. It currently has a lease with two tenants, Thomas J. Henry and the House of Rock. However, the parking lot is for public parking as well as the employee parking, so it pushes the employees out of the street parking into the parking lot, freeing up that prime street level parking for the patrons of those businesses, but also the parking lot is public 24/7. Due to high volume of use and the condition of the lot, the renovation has become necessary. I don't know if you've ever entered this parking lot. You probably bottomed out there in and out, or had to do a 17-point turn to get in and out. So it is a very popular parking lot adjacent to a very popular downtown business that is very active. And so the project scope of work.
Second.
I move approval.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any other questions? We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Mr. Presley, can we see you? Okay,
I vote aye to approve.
all right, thank you, sir.
Okay, the motion carries. Thank you. Next item, motion to approve the downtown development agreement with Marcos J. Oliveira for improvements to the property located at 523 Taylor Street.
Arlene Medrano, do I have to say that every time? No? Okay. Motion to approve a downtown development agreement with Marcos J. Oliveira for improvements to the property located at 523 Taylor Street for a total incentive amount not to exceed $133,500. And this is from the TIRZ No. 3 Commercial Finish Out Landlord Program, as well as the Streetscape and Safety Improvement Program. The first sushi bar was established in 2007, and in 2014, they opened their restaurant in downtown Corpus Christi. It was previously located in the old Aria building, now known as Retro. They're on the corner of Chaparral and Lawrence. Due to ongoing street construction that was occurring on Chaparral Street, their business, along with 10 others, had to close its doors in 2017. After a 9-year hiatus, sushi bar owners are ready to reopen their business in downtown Corpus Christi. The scope of work includes exterior wall repairs, a new wraparound deck with stairs, built-in outdoor seating, new doors and windows, lighting and security cameras, fresh coat of paint, signage, and landscaping. And we have the property owner and the restaurant owner here in the back with us, Mr. Oliveira and Mr. David Lee. And the project cost is $449,586. We are proposing $20,000 for the commercial finish out for landlord, which is Mr. Oliveira, and Streetscape and Safety Improvement Program, which is $113,500 from Streetscape and Safety. David Lee operated the sushi bar and brings over 34 years of hospitality experience. Having to close his restaurant in 2017, he decided to focus on 3D rendering and visualization, and he has played a key role in the opening of other downtown businesses such as Produce Goods, Dokyo Downtown, OK Hi-Fi, and Community Grocery. Okay.
We do have Board Member Barrera, comment?
Here, can you go ahead and go through? I mean, here's the only reason is, I tell you what, my team is fired up about this. Yes. They're really fired up about to be able to walk downstairs and go get sushi. And then, but yeah. Go ahead, and then I want to ask also about the parking lot vendor. So we're going to, but go ahead.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the current exterior condition. You all might remember it was a bank initially, and then there was an IT firm in there, and it's been vacant now for about 4 years. And so we really want to get someone in there, because the longer you leave a building vacant, though, you know, it really does deteriorate quickly. There's a picture here of the interior condition, which doesn't look too bad. And then these are the project concepts. So it's going to have a wraparound deck with outdoor seating. It's going to have an adjacent parking lot. The interior concept is very cool, very David Lee. So it's going to be fantastic. The lighting features are going to be amazing. So here is the floor plan. It is a small building, but it's going to be beautiful. So commercial finish out, $20,000, streetscape and safety, $113,000 for a total of $133,500 with a completion date of February 28, 2027. But again, all of these projects are anticipated to be completed in the current fiscal year.
Thank you. I'm going to go back to Board Member Barrera.
I'm still on.
You're still on?
Oh, you took me off.
Oh, I took you off. I love it.
I can wait tomorrow. You can go. You can
Oh, it didn't work. Go back to home.
I know. Are you waiting on me?
You can let Mark.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead, Mark.
There it is, there it is.
Two things. One, I assume it's got ADA accessibility, just didn't see it in the visual.
ADA accessibility.
ADA, because it's raised up 4 feet. That's fine. I assumed it would. You can't get a permit.
I mean, they have to get permits from development
Right.
services, so, you know, they're not.
So is this all this stuff in, so we saw the December financials, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm laughing because, again, this is something I should already know. Is all this in the budgeted 2025-26 budget year? In other
Correct.
words, are we approving that which we already said we would approve? Or is this funds that we may not have, right?
Okay, so this is from an existing line item budget in the current FY26 budget. So there is a line item for TIRZ 3 projects, $500,000 in each fiscal year. So the total for all 3 of these is about $285,000. And so it's going to come out of the existing budget. It's not coming out of fund balance.
Awesome, great. I just forgot. So yeah, we're not spending more than we budgeted.
Correct.
Awesome. I think they're great projects. Of course, we all want to keep Roland staff happy, so.
Okay, Board Member Barrera.
Yeah, yes, a couple of things. So get that out of the way. So the parking lot vendor that's there right now, we're going to get rid of that?
Yes.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. What is it? Yeah, I just want to say, I tell you what, Saturday I was telling Sylvia, my grandchildren, I was luckily babysitting, but they had to come to the office, and so we walked around downtown, and we contemplated House of Rock, but we went to Mesquite Pizza instead. But I just want to say that we walked to Mesquite Pizza on a regular basis. We walked to House of Rock on a regular basis. The weather was nice yesterday, so we walked to the surf club. And so this is a great addition. I've been known for having a few friends over at my office on Friday afternoons. And so what is it? I'm sure that it's one thing, it's walkable. And I think that's one of the things that's so excited about what we're doing. And the other best thing is that they're all locally owned. Locally owned, and what is it? I mean, not that we're opposed to chains, but I mean, we're really excited that, local people spending local dollars. And, we're truly excited as people that invest in downtown. So thank you very much for the investment. All of you, in fact, but just in particular, I know my team I showed it to them yesterday. Really? And so they were really enthused about it. Thank you.
Yeah. I just had one thing to say that when you take a look at the outside of the building, that credit union, first of all, I mean, it's 4 years. I didn't even realize it was vacant for 4 years. So again, hats off. I'm glad that we're taking a building that's vacant and making some use to it and making the outside look cool. At first, as you know, when we met, I said, SB, what's that stand for? But anyway, Sushi Bar, it's just, I think it's going to be a great vibe right there. So
Yes.
Again, welcome.
Quick comment.
Board Member Wahardo.
Yeah. Just a quick comment. Mr. Lee, thank you, and your partners, I assume. Thank you for investing in Corpus Christi. We appreciate that. And quick question, when do you anticipate opening? Do we know? You can come up. And Mr. Knowles, while he's coming up, thank you. We appreciate your investment as well, sir.
Hello, good morning to everybody. We anticipated we could get this done within 6 months, given that we don't have no holdup with
I'm hungry
permitting
just
at the
thinking
city.
about sushi. Wonderful.
Super excited.
This is very exciting. Thank you. Thank you for believing in downtown and Corpus Christi, and we can't wait. Yeah, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
Didn't hear a second, sir. Oh, thank you.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Pesley?
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we have a presentation. DMD 2024-2025 Impact Report.
Yes, sir. So every year, we come before you to share the FY25 impact report. We also included the FY26 service plan. So you should have received one of each of these at your chair today. If you were at State of Downtown last Thursday, that was also what we presented the contents of this report, both in spoken, live speeches, but also through videos. And so we'll be sharing those videos with you all, or at least links to our YouTube page where you can view that as well. It is a 17-page document, which I do have summarized here for you. I'm sure you don't want me to read all 17 pages. It is a contractual requirement per our agreement, and so that is another reason that we bring it to you today. So it showcases a year of measurable progress in creating a cleaner, safer, more vibrant downtown Corpus Christi. In district operations, in January of 2025, we expanded services into South Downtown, and that is the area to Furman Avenue and Lower Broadway. City Council approved those boundary expansion in April 2025, and then we began servicing the area in April 2024, and we began servicing in January 2025. So our clean team swept in to remove debris, erase graffiti, brighten pathways, and refresh landscapes. Across the district, we invested thousands of maintenance hours, installed new trash receptacles, took care of the palm trees, replaced light poles, and really just worked to elevate the safety, comfort, and day-to-day experience of being in downtown. In placemaking, our community outreach continues to guide initiatives, and we put out a survey to get feedback on new dog-friendly initiatives in downtown and had some really great responses to that. Under small business wayfinding, we had 42 sidewalk signs along Chaparral promoting over 100 businesses, murals, landmarks, and annual holiday attractions. In fiscal year 25, we carried on the tradition of the Dia de los Muertos La Catrina installation, the 66-foot HEB Christmas tree, the 18-foot Port Holiday tree, as well as our Downtown Revitalization Alliance's Artesian Park Winter Wonderland. We also installed Seawall holiday banners and AEP's historic and longtime cherished Peppermint Lane. Overall, a total of more than 100,000 sparkling lights illuminated downtown for the holiday season. Illuminating downtown year-round are the 107 color-changing and animated LED light-wrapped trees on Chaparral Street, with over 10,000 square feet of previously blighted surfaces. We transformed 10,000 square feet into 5 large-scale murals, bringing our downtown large-scale mural count to 21, which contributes to the public art scene. Finally, in 2025, we received a national designation from Main Street America as an officially accredited community. The accredited status is the highest level of recognition a Main Street community can achieve, and it truly acknowledges the great work our program is doing. We could not do this work without the support of our sponsors, partners, Parks and Recreation, and Public Works. In economic development, last year, the TIRZ number 3 reimbursed $549,000 to downtown businesses. In last year's fiscal year, there was $130 million in committed development happening in downtown. So vacant storefronts are down to 4. Entirely vacant buildings are down to 7. Well, now 6. Vacant square footage is down to 240,000. We have 3 major hotel developments underway. Hotel Indigo with an investment of over 45 million. Hilton Spark Hotel with an investment of 24 million. And Homewood Suites with an investment of over 32 million. Last year alone, we held 53 meetings with potential new businesses. We received 18 applications for TIRZ incentives, and we had 16 new businesses open. We currently have 15 projects in development. Last year, we also hosted the first Downtown Development Summit, bringing together entrepreneurs, investors, industry leaders, and partners. We could not do what we do without the TIRZ number 3 board, of course, continuing to support projects, city staff, Joe, Adelita, and Jason, and Elsie, and of course, Development Services, Bill, Mike, and the entire rest of Development Services team, Ann and her team with the SBDC, as well as the lending partners who believe in those businesses in downtown. In promotions, our strategic focus on storytelling delivered measurable growth in FY25. Facebook followers increased 7%, Instagram grew 12%, and LinkedIn surged 37.3%. Our combined digital reach across all platforms is 5.2 million. Our new website, which debuted at the beginning of fiscal year 25, received over 300,000 visits. First Friday Art Walk, presented by HEB, generated 200,000 visits in 2025 with 10 block parties and stages and over 2,400 vendor participations. Art Walk continued to transform downtown month after month and celebrated its 15th birthday last year. That's over 200,000 opportunities for artists to be discovered, businesses to thrive, and visitors to experience something unexpected. The 4th annual Downtown Mural Festival, presented by Corpus Christi Medical Center, brought lasting impact to downtown and generated over 26,000 visits. Music Walk, presented by the Corpus Christi Film and Music Commission, featured over 40 musical acts and generated 15,500 visits. Holiday Series generated over 42,000 visitors, as well as it looks like I repeated my bullet there. We could not do any of these events without the support of our sponsors, the Clean Team, Parks Recreation, and of course, downtown businesses. In organizational management, we continue to grow our capacity for grants. We are receiving a little bit of grant money from the Arts and Cultural, from TCA for Art Walk, $4,000, but it's a start for us. But we do look forward to increasing our grant applications and increasing the support for our arts-focused events. We hosted our final bridge walk, and it's particularly moving now as we see the old bridge coming down. We hosted 611 participants. And then, of course, last year we shared our Art Walk economic impact study, which showed that Art Walk has an annual $6.27 million. I stand by for any questions.
Board Member Scott.
Awesome, thanks. Do we know when, this is great stuff. By the way, in your event last week was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
The energy was great, the professionalism of the presentation was great. Everett kept talking to me the whole time, so I was a little upset about that. Because you know me, I'm straight, I don't like to socialize, I'm an introvert. But anyhow, it went great. Can I get the timelines on Indigo? I don't need Homewood Suites. We, talk about it daily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted an update. Did I do something wrong?
No, I just.
No, we had a few people leave, so she just wanted to see.
Just let me know when you need me, because it's important. I mean, I apologize for humorous statements. Let me get to the point. I need you to tell me the timeline on Indigo. You can email it later this week. I'd like it.
Okay.
I'd also like the timeline that you have for Homewood Suites, and I want the timeline you have for Hotel Spark, and I want the timeline you have been given, and that is our current information on the Holiday Inn rooftop. Thank you.
Okay, will do. Sorry, I just didn't think we had a quorum.
We're not voting.
Yeah.
Okay. Board Member Barrera.
Okay, I just want to compliment you and your board. I mean, I probably talk about this ad nauseum, but it's just a great experience to be down there. And yesterday I had a vendor come in from Bernie, and she commented on how much she loved the murals, and and so it's just we've created such a great experience, and I know we've got some things that we're trying to do in addition, and but keep up the great work. I want to say, I'll tell you a funny, hopefully a chiste or a joke. I don't know how many times we drove up Taylor Street, and my team would say, "Hey, you know anybody on the city council that can do something about this?" So thank you, because now I don't hear that joke anymore.
It does look nice. Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work.
Thank you.
There's only one thing I'd want to add. Yesterday I met with a group of seniors at the
Brookdale.
And so I was trying to go through from memory a lot of the things that have taken place downtown. It would be wonderful if we could drop some off, or I'll take some
Yeah, absolutely.
down, because they were so totally engaged and asking questions about, well, how many of this, how many of that. I maybe embellished a few things, but I want to go back and set the record straight. So again, I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate what your staff's doing, and this TIRZ board.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I'll get those to you.
Okay. All right. Seeing that there's no further questions, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
See that one?
We can. It's
Oh.
DMD updates.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
I cut you off early. So you kept it open then, right? So don't.
Yes, we're still on.
So never listen to the chair. Thank you. So we have one more.
I know we're almost out of time here, so I'll make it quick. We are kicking off our 2026 Mural Fest, and so we look forward to that May 31st through June 6th. We are currently reviewing applications for artists. So we had over 100 artists apply. We select 4 artists nationally, and then, of course, do 1 community mural. So we'll have those at our next board meeting to present to you. In economic development, we have 10 projects in construction, 1 in reimbursement, 6 in pre-development, 4 in permit pending, and that is the list of the 15 current projects. An update on Cassidy's Irish Pub. Their remodel was complete, and we celebrated their grand opening last year. We haven't met officially as a board since November, so this is a great project. You haven't been down there to see. The streetscape looks fantastic. Dram's Bourbon Bar is making progress. We'll be visiting with them again very soon. They did have some issues finding the inlet from the main, considering the building has been vacant for decades and decades. And so that's been a bit challenging. Hopefully, we don't have to tear up the street in order to find those lines. So I know that they're working very closely with Development Services, and Development Services is being amazing. So thank you so much for that. The Exchange, they are nearing completion. They have an anticipated opening date of March 6th. So that is already next week. So very soon. It looks fantastic as well. Under promotions, January Art Walk was a record-breaking art walk. It is still part of our winter format, and so we saw numbers reflective of a full road closure format. So even on those winter formats, we're just, people are still coming down in masses. Some of them are disappointed not to see the full block closure, but we do have 3 months where we do no road closures, and it really gives the businesses an opportunity, those brick and mortars, to shine. So Art Walk report, this is the January year-over-year report. It also shows an increase in our visitors from out of town. So in 2023, we had 200 in January. Now, January 2026, we saw 1,200 visitors from more than 50 miles away. So it's growing quickly. Sponsorship and grants, we secured $4,000 from the Texas Commission on the Arts for Art Walk, as well as $13,500 from the Arts and Cultural Commission. Coastal Bend Community Foundation, we applied to them for the first time to help support Mural Fest, and were awarded $9,000. And then the Texas Commission on the Arts is supporting Mural Fest to the tune of $18,750. And I stand by for any questions.
Okay, seeing that there are no questions, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.